Welcome to Women in the Middle Entrepreneurs, the podcast that gives you an unfiltered, behind-the-scenes look at what it's really like being a woman in the middle who's over 50 and following her entrepreneurial dreams. Grab a superhero cape, girlfriend, because you deserve one. I'm your host, Master Certified Life Coach and Midlife Mentor, Susie Rosenstein, and I am excited to inspire you with interviews that feature all of this midlife amazingness. Let's go. Hey there, welcome back to the show. We have another really exciting interview ahead of us about helping women break out of style ruts, embrace their bodies, and celebrate themselves unapologetically at any age. Today, you're going to be meeting Yifat Jovani, a woman in the middle entrepreneur who's running a business that blends online courses and coaching with in-person wardrobe consultations and shopping guidance. Welcome to the show, Yifat. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Susie, for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited to talk about this because in midlife, style can be an issue for sure. I know we're going to have a great conversation about your midlife entrepreneur story. We're going to be talking about your business, what's going really well, and also what midlife issues might get in your way here and there, just a little, maybe a lot, whatever. And they might be challenging for you in your life as well as being a business owner. So let's get things started. How old are you? How long have you been an entrepreneur? And what it is that you do in the world? Take it away.
Okay. So I'm 51. I'm entrepreneur for 30 years. 20-something years. Almost, yeah. And and I love it. I truly love it. It was when I started, of course, it was big jump. I was nervous to try something new and to be entrepreneurs, but it's one of the best decisions that I ever made. I love it so much. And the reason why I'm in the fashion, used to be fashion designer for women wear for about 15 years, helping women to feel confident and beautiful. But the last few years, I transitioned it to more focus to help women to feel confidence as they are, to celebrate themselves unapologetically. It just feel right for me. It's like become my mission because I found that it's have more depth than, I love designing clothes for women and sell it, in North America, but this is just more meaningful because I think women, we have so much expectation from the social norm and pressure, how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to be, our presence in the world. And we try all the time to please others because this industry, this entire industry that's selling us fixes, telling us that we're not good enough, right? And
So
what
true.
we do is all the time compare, to one another's other women. We shrink ourselves and we're forgetting to really listen to our inner being, our guidance, and to really celebrate ourselves unapologetically.
100%. I have a big
Yes.
question though. You glossed over it so quickly, but this decision you made to become an entrepreneur, I love talking to women about this because it can be a big leap, especially if you didn't grow up in a family where there were a lot of entrepreneurs. So how did you take this path originally?
So yeah, for me it was interesting because I had it since my childhood. I just have strong desire of make women feel beautiful. It started my Barbie doll, believe it or not. And so it was very, very strong for me. But in my family, my dad was always gave me the other idea that it's just a hobby. It can be just a hobby. Art is just a hobby. You can do it for living. And this is what I was hearing nonstop all of my life, repeating, repeating, repeating. So it took me quite a while, time until I had the courage to really stand out and said, listen, that's what I want to do, because I always try to please, not to feel rejected, to do the right thing and all this kind of thing. I think we have expectation, right, for social norm or our family who we're supposed to be. And we don't take time to think for a second, wait a second, is that what I want? So I was going around and around and around with myself, and travel a lot in my 20s and whatnot, because, my dad all the time kept asking me, do you know what you want to do? I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I took, different courses, and I studied graphic design and study so many things, but I couldn't commit to one thing, because the one thing that I want, I thought I can't get it.
Right.
And the thing is, it was, looking back, it was blessing in the sky, but I was diagnosed that time with thyroid in
Mm,
my mid 20s. And in the holistic way, it's mean that you're not expressing yourself, fully expressing yourself. And then when it started, then I had the aha moment when I realized that I can't continue pleasing others, including my dad. I need to start my own path and really listen, and what will make me happy. And it's right away I knew, and the people that around me, my friends, they said, that's what you need to do. And I went and studied fashion design, got my diploma. I immigrated to Canada, and I right away start my business. And it's amazing when you have this, you listen to your guidance, and you have this risk to truly celebrate yourself unapologetically. It's the door is open. You feel so
freedom.
empowered.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I start from scratch, right? I came in, but it's amazing because I was so determined and so aligned with my desire that
Yeah.
I had very successful business. So I'm very happy. So that's why I encourage every woman, if you have a dream, it doesn't matter what your parents, your siblings, your husband, it doesn't matter. Like, if you have something that you truly want to do, just do it. It
It's
will
the
make
type
you
of
feel
thing,
happy in your life.
if you don't do it, often you'll regret it, right? And it's
Exactly.
very common to regret when you didn't allow yourself to be happy. And I hear this kind of thing a lot, especially with the arts, that women
Mhm.
aren't following their passion and they come back to it later on. And it's, in midlife, we're looking for more meaning and ways to be fulfilled. And it's kind of like that calling gets louder and louder if we don't satisfy it early on. So on the one hand, there's still time, right? If you can pay
Always
attention,
time.
right? If you can pay attention and figure out what it is you really want and then let go and lean into it, that's great. And it's great that you did it early on. Too bad you had a
Mm,
scare, but
yeah.
sometimes the wake up calls can be useful.
Yes. But it's amazing. Within few years, when I start really do what I want, it's gone. I don't have any more thyroid, but it's just because this alignment, right? Which
Mm,
is amazing how
that's fascinating.
the messages that you get to in order to fill your desires.
Yes. Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Of
So,
course.
one of the main things we talk about here on this podcast is how midlife challenges can kind of get in your way because it is an interesting time of life. And sometimes they get in the way of the way you might want to run your business on purpose. So, that means, getting things done when you want to get them done, having a timeline that you can rely on, those kinds of things can get in the way of that. So tell me, in your experience, what kind of midlife things have popped up that have just made things a little bit more difficult, maybe more challenging?
Hmm. I guess I have two things. One of them is see our parents getting old, um, and try to maintain the balance to spending time with them. Especially for me, it's because my parents are away and not
Yeah.
living presently where I am. It's just like, the over all the time to think about it. I lost my dad less than a year ago. And so sometimes I used to have more guilt. Now I had more acceptance, but it's just like, do I spend enough time with them? Do I need to go visit them more? I need to fly to visit them. They're not the ocean for me, right? All the way back in Israel. But so this is what it's sometimes I'm like, okay, if I try to focus, try like you're doing the right thing, you can be everywhere all the time. And so this was difficult, but I find the balance all the time. Try, okay, what you can do, what is the best that you can do with what you have. So I'm every day I will speak with my mom on WhatsApp, right? And
Hmm.
then I used to do it with my dad before, so like I every day it was, and with my sister, right? So I'm find the balance. Okay, I can't do some things, but what's the best thing that I can do that I feel good, they feel with, I still have the connection and the things
Mm,
that are important for me in my life. So this is definitely one thing that it was hard for me, but I'm better than I let go of the guilt or how much I can do. So I really feel peacefully, although sometimes, I like you have the miss or the urge to be more close, but again, I can be in
yeah.
all places.
WhatsApp is so great. I mean, thank goodness. Thank goodness you had that. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. And it's very challenging when you're not close. I mean, it's challenging when you are close, but when you're not close and it's really far away, it's tough. It's really tough
Yes.
because you can't be there all the time. And yeah.
Yes, and I think when we 50 something, yeah, it's part of life. Our parents get older, right? And we just want to cherish more moments with them. And but again, yeah, we find ways. So this is definitely one of the thing. And the second thing that I am facing in being 50 is the menopause and the body changes and the heart waves and all this kind of things. So the body change is like body change. It's the hair. It's everything. It's like okay, what's going on? But then, like I teach my clients and again to myself, I'm like okay, we just need to do adjustment. Nothing is wrong with you. It's part the evolution and it's part of growing and being in your 50s. And again, it's always come to me with acceptance. So sometimes it's like, oh, my body changed. It's like things change. I'm like, it's okay, fight, just it's happened to everyone. And then I'm like, okay, what the best thing that I can do to feel more happy, aligned, relax, right? If it's like the hormones, if it's like all this kind of thing that will make me have better everyday life, that I'll feel more energetic and whatnot. So if it's like taking supplements, if it's again to find different clothes or ways to dress my body shape.
Well, this is
And
what's so fascinating about this issue is that you're uniquely prepared to help people when they don't know how to dress anymore because their body has changed so much.
mhm, that's right. Yeah. And I'm very grateful that I know how, because I know that a lot of my clients unhappy with their body, especially in this age. Not all of them, but a lot of them, or they like, they have those genes or whatever it is. They just, oh, when I lose weight, then I will start, dressing up. They always waiting to something. And I always try to say, you need to love your body as it is right now, not how it was 5 or 10 years ago when it was, 20 or 30. It's changed. Like, celebrate yourself right now. Why always find flaws? Like try to focus on the positive things instead of always looking the flaws. And when I teach them how to do it, it's amazing how it's all of a sudden they feel happy and confidence and they see the reflection in the mirror and they really appreciate what they see instead of always focusing on the flaws and look, my body, my tummy is thick and all this kind of thing, right? That we facing in the middle age. So
Yeah, we're all in it together and it can be challenging. And plus, some of it's a mystery. We don't even know why it's happening. Like menopause can be confusing in terms of what happens as a result. And then the changes happen, and then you just don't even know how to dress. You don't know where to buy things. You don't know how to be comfortable in your skin and with your clothes when there are some of these changes. Like even a 10, 15 pound weight gain can really affect the way you dress.
that's right. And I think we want always to look attractive, no matter which age it is. And as well, I'm telling my clients, because I hear for so many women, it's very common. Oh, I'm now 50, so I should maybe start thinking how to dress when, I need to dress appropriate to my age. And I'm like, it's not true in in your style. Like you dress whatever make you feel good. you don't, who said that you can't wear like, skirts or a shirt that, showing you, it- there's no rules. You just dress in a way that make you feel good, right? Because clothes isn't about, I think, label or brand. It's how the clothes make you feel. Is it make you feel insecure or empowered? So you need to find the balance and don't limit yourself that because you're 50, you're not supposed to do this and this, or you're not supposed to wear this and this because it's supposed to be more dress code.
That
I
that
don't
came
believe
up
it.
for that came up for me. I don't remember if it was last summer or the summer before that. I can't remember. But I remember I put on a skirt in the summer, like a skirt. I love skirts. And I put it on and I thought, "Oh, this might be too short now that I'm 62." I thought maybe it was a
Never.
little too short. But I had that thought and I'm like, "Where did I get that thought?" I don't even know. But I didn't have it the year before. But
Right.
now all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, maybe this is a little too short for a
So
woman
never.
my age."
Don't limit yourself ever. It's about how you express yourself, whatever make you happy.
So true, so true. Another thing that you mentioned in your notes is that you're constantly working to stay fully aligned with your vision because there's lots of opportunities around. So, how are you staying focused on what's the most important for you?
Um, for me is well, I like to I have my routine every day that's helped me in the last few years even more to stay balanced and focused. Because sometimes you have so much noise with the social media, right? And today it's like everywhere. Like it's not like it where we grew up years ago, right? So it's so much noise with an inspiration, which is beautiful. But sometimes it's overwhelming, and I found that I get sometimes out of focus. What to do in the business, what's a social media video to do, what this, what that, and like I'm like, okay, alignment. So I like to start my day with doing meditation every day. I'm make sure that I'm getting up earlier than everyone, even if it's mean that I have less sleep hours, but it just it just make me start a day with more balance and relax and focus. So I will do usually my meditation, then I'll do journaling, then I'll do my yoga. So this is my routine. But I found that when I take in time to myself, just to myself, not for the kids, not to the husband, not grocery or whatever it is, it's just my special time that I reconnect with myself, that I start the day with this kind of energy. It's all about the energy that we carry,
Yeah.
right? And this has helped me when I do this kind of thing to really align with who I am and what I really want to focus on,
Mm.
what is important for me in my business, and how I want to um, impact and influence, and what I want to teach women, what is the important things for me.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
that's
usually
great.
how, yeah.
Have you noticed that being an older woman has affected you as an entrepreneur or vice versa? Like sometimes I've noticed that I'm in a situation and I look around and I go, "Oh, I think I'm the oldest one in this room." And then I'm like, does it even matter? Is anybody else thinking those things? So in some entrepreneurial circles, I'm the youngest one in the room. And in some, on most, I would say I'm at the older end. And maybe that depends on what you're doing or what kind of, specific work that you do and retreats and certifications and things like that. But have you noticed that being an older woman, either somebody makes a comment or they have different expectations or that, I don't know, the opportunities that you get or see, anything like that?
Mm, I don't get comment like in the past. I was think I think it's more, for me was personal. Oh yeah, I'm in my 50. I'm not, you know, it's and sometimes my kids will make a joke like, "Oh, mom, you're already in your 50." I'm like, "Oh, whatever." But I mean, when I in the circles with women, I actually find more, to tell you the truth, like confidence, because I think it's become with age. Like maybe in my 20s or my 30s, I was more nervous what other people may think, or and about how I dress or how whatever. But I find that I more again this alignment. I don't care. So, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just me. I'm like, with an imperfection, I feel, the perfection of myself, like I love myself as I am. So I don't really care who is there, because I think I just realize more and more it's not about our age, because one day we will leave this body, and I believe our soul is still here and will come again. It's more deep than age,
Yes,
right?
I
Like
agree with
our
that.
message, our energy, our connection with people. So I don't see it. I think, I'll be young forever, like inside, you know, um,
I think as entrepreneurs, we're a little freer than other women who might be in corporate or in a union environment because, we're known and supported and rewarded for being creative and for having new ideas and going forward, even when we have fear and testing things out, taking risks. And so I think I feel a little freer, but what tends to happen is every once in a while, not often, but I will have this age awareness. And it's so interesting. The first time I had it was probably 15, 20 years ago when I was playing tennis. So it had nothing to do with being an entrepreneur. But that was the first time I was in a class and I looked around and I went, I think I'm the oldest one here. And then another time it happened just a couple weeks ago where I'd been going to this retreat for 3 years. And just this time, I don't know if I didn't notice it before or the women were different ages, but I looked around and I thought, oh, I think I am the oldest one here. And it didn't come up. I didn't feel that there was any ageism or anything like that going on, but I had the awareness. I don't know why I was thinking about it, but it's interesting when it pops into your mind.
that's right. Yeah, I definitely can relate it to it. And for me, another thing that I remember now is about my hair. For example,
Mm.
it took me at least 5 years of courage to go gray. I was so nervous. I was so
Oh,
afraid and nervous to go natural. And I remember that I even mentioned to my dad that time, and he told me, "No, no, wait until you be grandma." And I'm like, "What? My kids, my daughter, she's 15, my son is 12. I'm like, how many years?" But I'm like, "Wow, you are in your 17s," and I'm like, "You have gray hair." But for him, he said, You won. You can go gray. You need like to." But it's not just because of him, but a lot of people, and then my industry, right, is like,
yeah.
used to be a fashion designer. I'm a personal stylist. I'm supposed to look in my best, right? Everyone's have their own best, but I'm like I have my YouTube channel. I'm like the Instagram. I'm like, what my follower will say that, oh, suddenly I stop dyeing my hair and go gray. So I was so nervous. But
Wow.
when you have this voice inside you that keep bugging you, and like, seriously, you all the time, I felt like I dye my hair every 3 weeks, the roots, and like I'm like, why am I doing it? But I keep doing it. No, no, I can't. So it took me a few good years until I had the courage. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Like, you just don't be afraid. I'm like, you can dye the hair again, but if you have this call to do it, to go natural, do it. And I think, again, it's in the society, people expect us to be like in the woman in the magazine, right? Like we need to, I don't know, to look like the best body shape, barely eat. Like if you see all the models, they're all with like all the time makeup and the hair. So, but it's not the reality. Right? The reality, like women, we look different than in the magazine, right?
That's true.
And like, but and the funny thing, right? Because when George Clooney will go like gray, everybody will say that he's looks sexy, right? And other
Yeah.
men's. But when women decide to go, they said, "Oh, she's looked neglect. Like, why she don't dye in her hair, right?" So
I
this
know
is for
it's
me was as well.
such a double standard with that.
Exactly. So I started 2 years ago. Again, I guess it's like kind of embracing my 50, or getting older. I'm very happy about this decision. I know it's not for everyone, but again, it's something that you are part of gr- getting older. And but in the society, they teach us something else, that we're supposed to look different than what the nature give us. So it's just interesting how I'm
Yeah.
sure that I know, because I know my followers and other women in my age felt the same thing, that some of them want to do it, but they will never do it because
Yeah.
what other people will think about them, right?
Mhm.
And anyway,
Your hair looks great. Like, first of all, it's curly. And I have super straight hair. So whenever I see curly, I'm just jealous and fascinated by it. And the gray looks amazing too. It's different shades of gray. It's darker at the bottom and it looks terrific. It looks very stylish.
thank you.
But also what you were saying about wanting to embrace the real you and be authentic and all that, like it really, you're very on brand to have
Mhm.
recognized that within yourself and worked toward the courage to do that, because that is really what you're talking about, is being accepting of who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Like I said, that's what I teach
fascinating.
women. I better do it, as well, this part, if that's what my desire, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. Now I have blonde hair or dirty blonde hair, light brown hair. So when I get gray, it's just strands, little sparkles. It's nothing like having to dye my hair. I just get highlights 2 or 3 times a year. But I have a lot of friends who are stuck. They feel very stuck and trapped by dyeing their hair. And one by one, they're gradually starting to go gray. And I'm so happy for them to just let it go and not be so tied down to that routine and feeling bad about yourself when your hair is just growing. And yeah, it's terrible. I'm sorry about that. I feel
Oh
fortunate
yeah,
that
yeah. I'm not sorry at all. I'm actually. It's freedom for me. It's
yes,
freedom. Yes, I had
exactly.
challenge and like whatever the expectation, but it's so much freedom that
Freedom
again
now.
listen to what make you happy, not pleasing others, please yourself. Right? It's always come
Exactly.
to yeah.
So, what are you focusing now on in your business? What's your next thing that you're very excited about?
Um, what I'm focusing on, what I'm excited, it's always trying to impact more women um, globally. I really, for me, it's truly my mission. Always was, as I said, and continue is to make women feel amazing, to feel worthy, to feel aligned with who they truly are. We forgot along the way who we are because all this pressure, and I just want to what I'm doing is just give tools, and I want to give as many women as I can tools to come back home to where you belong, where you feel amazing and you know your worthiness and you truly celebrate yourself unapologetically. So if it's by again doing go to more workshop, um my goal is to speak on TED Talks one day. And I don't know, I just dream and excitement, always have new things that I want and to, yeah, impact more women in the world. That's what I truly, because I love the feeling when the woman get the aha and off suddenly she's looking at herself and like she start get excited to dressing up instead of a chores to go for shopping or to dressing up or I'll wear this and this and it's become exciting. It's just nice to see the confidence that women get. And it truly warmed my heart. It's
So, if you could give one style tip to midlife women, just one, and I know it's not appropriate for everybody, but something that people don't know that you think would help if they knew it. Some tip. I feel like I don't know anything.
all right. Well, as I mentioned, my foundation, which I said to celebrate yourself unapologetically, but more practical, that I can say again, try to find instead of the flaws, what is exciting you. Don't be afraid to be inside this box or what expected of you or what your habits. With creatures of habits, it's mean that we were, if I'll be generous, only 20% of our wardrobe. That's it. Usually the rest is just laying there, right?
Right.
And we sometimes feel attached to let go of things because the memory or whatever it is. But what I we encourage you to more celebrate yourself unapologetically, which I like, is to start shopping your own wardrobe.
Mm,
Maybe you need as well to, you have a gap in your wardrobe that you need to go and buy it. And um, I like to help women and assist with it. But a lot of time we have so much treasure in our wardrobe and it just sitting there, right? So, fun exercise that you can do and start feeling more excited about your style and your appearance is go to Pinterest. I love Pinterest. And just for fun, scroll and create a mood board, whatever you gravitate to. Don't think too much. Don't think, oh, I can't wear it. It's not appropriate my age. It's don't. Just having fun with it and just add to the mood board everything that gravitate. If can be color, style, maybe if you know your body type, you can write this and this body type, outfits, whatever it is, put everything there. And then when you have time, not in rush or whatever, go to your um, closet, open it, take one of the outfit and said, let's see how can I create it. And obviously don't be like, oh no, I don't have it, I can't do it. Obviously we don't have the same outfits, we'll never have, but just get inspired, think outside the box, be creative. Um,
But I
the
love
other
that
thing,
idea. I love that idea. I have never done anything like that on Pinterest. And as
yeah,
you were saying it, I'm thinking, why is that? Probably because I don't really care that much about fashion, especially since I started working at home over a decade
right,
ago. I always try to look nice from the, waist up. I do put on
right,
makeup and jewelry every day and even perfume just to feel, it feels very good to me. But I haven't really prioritized that. And like you just said, most of the stuff in my closet I don't wear. And every once in
right.
a while I go looking around and I do find something good. Sometimes it's an accessory, sometimes it's a sweater I forgot about or a scarf. I love scarves. So I love that idea. And the other thing you said that I thought was so good is don't think too much about it. Just notice that you have that urge to click that, or there's something about that
Exactly.
that you like. It might be color, it might be style, it might be a fabric thing or a pattern. Don't think about it. Just put it on your board and then see it in context with all the other things that you liked later. I love that because
Mm,
we overthink things and we squish our our natural inclination. We squish our
exactly.
dreams. We squish our desire by overthinking. And another thought might pop in. Oh, that'll never work. You'll never find that. That won't look good on you. You don't know that. Have you talked to anybody like you who could help you find the thing?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's
Huh?
really good idea. Pinterest is fun, but a mood board for style, for me, I've never done anything like that, and I think I will. I mean, I'm under 5 foot. So one of my issues, obviously, is I'm very short. And many things do not look great. So, and I don't feel great, especially the length of sweaters and jackets and shirts and things like that. So, I often use the word petite when I'm doing searches or trying to buy
Same.
something, but I really do love the idea of a mood board. So thanks for that.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
Yeah, and the other last thing
go ahead.
that I can add is, which I think important, I do it every morning. When you go to dress up, ask yourself before don't on automatic just take this and this. How do I want to feel today? How do I want to celebrate myself today? When you ask yourself the question, the answer is coming. If you take a moment, the answer will come and dress from this place, not just like, oh, I'll just put these jeans in, right? So it just make you more, again, excited and aligned.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like you're elevating the whole experience and it honors you, right? It's a way to honor
exactly.
yourself. I love that. So, how can people best get a hold of you?
Well, I have my website that everybody can find if and learn more about all the services that I provide. Instagram is good way to stay connected, and as well, I sharing tips quite weekly or daily
Mm-hmm.
there. So it's really great if you want to have tips that will be practical and you can right away apply them. Highly recommend. And then, as I said, on my website, it's have a lot information and you can book as well appointment with me. Have a free discovery call, so you can just chat and see what is your goals, how do you like to improve your style, what you stuck with right now. I'm happy to just hop on a call and just chat with you, just that you have more clarity where you want to go. So
That's
I'm happy.
awesome. So, of course, I'm going to have these links in the show notes, but you can find Yifat. Her website is WIFATJOVANI. That's yifatjovani.com. Instagram is Yifat_Jovani. And I see that there's a free mini course on your website, Make It
That's right.
Golden mini course. So you can grab that when you're checking out the website, and also a free style quiz at yifatjovani.com/free style quiz. Did I get everything? I think I did.
Yeah. 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 I have
Okay.
more. If you enter my website, I have more free gifts for you that I'm happy. You should definitely take adventures and go, and explore
Well, we're never too
the
old to
gift.
look
And
good, right? It's time. It's time.
yes,
So thank
totally.
you so much for coming on. I really
Eh,
appreciate that you took this time, that you have so much good stuff on your website, and also that you shared so much. Your message is so important for women our age, and you've inspired me. Maybe I'll expand my shopping outside of Costco now.
yeah. Thank you so much, Susie, for having me. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity to hopefully inspire more women. And it was pleasure chatting with you.
Awesome. Thanks again. All right, that's it for now. If you're listening and loving what you hear, please like and subscribe. Reviews are great too and much appreciated. And if you're a woman in the middle who's 50 or over and an entrepreneur and would also like to come on the show, please go to www.midlifeinterviews.com and fill out an application. We'd love to have you on to share your story. Thanks so much for listening. It's never too late for you to put yourself on your agenda. I'm Susie Rosenstein, and I'll talk to you again soon. Now, real quick, before we say goodbye, if you are connecting with the show and are finally ready to make some changes to regret-proof your life, I want to invite you to apply for the Women in the Middle Academy. It's my transformational midlife group coaching program to help you get clear about what's getting in your way so you can get on with the good stuff. Head over to www.womeninthemiddleacademy.com. Talk soon.